Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. We are thinking today for our tarot roundtable, we're just going to go with the flow, but we're going to start with like the pulling of the November energies because tomorrow we have a very exciting video premiering. It is um, what exactly is Satanism and what exactly is a Satanist, and what the cards told us was incredible. I was a little bit worried and kind of like uncomfortable, but about doing it. And that's another thing, right? Like, why is it so uncomfortable? So, what the cards told us was very interesting. I would highly suggest to watch it tomorrow. It's going to premiere at about noon tomorrow. So, today we're thinking of pulling for the November energies coming up and seeing what the cards want to tell us about what's going to happen in November of 2025. Okie dokie. Does anyone have a spread yet? Oh, and we have Barb today, Larry, Salish, Jerry, Jan, and Madeline all here with us today. Some are off camera, but yeah. All right, who wants to go first?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Marcia. Absolutely. I'll do a poll here on what we can look forward to in November. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, so I'm getting the Hermit card as presently right now, so it does appear as though again there's a lot of highlighting happening, a lot of the dysfunctionality, moving away from old systems, moving into this is basically us from the past. We've been moving away from old systems, moving away from old paradigms. And the root of it is the judgment. So it's like this new frequency that's coming in. So it seems as though Led Zeppelin, the Piper, catch the Piper's tune. This is like the Piper's tune. So this is like a wake up call for humanity. That's essentially what we're looking at for November, in my opinion. And interestingly enough, I got the King of Cups and I got the King of Swords. So it does appear as though there's going to be some intellectual and emotional masculinity of sorts coming through at that time. The advice is pretty easy. Embrace your feminine side as well, so you're balanced, right? And it's a lot of it is nostalgia, so it's family oriented. So a lot of us are tribals. Yeah, that's what's coming through. Is we're starting to form tribes now. We're starting to honor nature, natural law. So we're starting to see through the veils more clearly. So that's what I'm getting. And if I did yank a couple of clarifiers here, yeah, there's going to be strength in community in tribe, but there's going to be some tough moments in November. It's going to be some scary. Am I got the right hand? Yeah, it's going to be some scary times in November for some people. There's going to be a bit of a shell shock going on. That's what I'm getting.
Okay, I do have something. I did pull one card. See, it was the eight of rods, which shows that in November things are speeding up.
Eight of Wands.
Eight of rods, eight of wands, yeah, eight of rods, eight of wands, yeah. Basically, it shows time is speeding up. We may go on an unexpected voyage. We should not be left behind. And I believe what is happening is there's going to be opportunities really to raise our vibration in November.
Amazing. What are you feeling are those opportunities? Because usually it's kind of like, most people raise their vibration after kind of a dark night of the soul. What are you getting intuitively?
Yeah, there will be ups and downs. There will be several dark night of the souls, but they will be able to pass quickly.
Good to hear. So the things that are happening are here to raise the vibration of the collective. Yeah, yeah.
It's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else? No? All right. I pulled some cards. So for the month of November, this is in the recent past. It's the Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if you guys can see that. And again, a lot of people describe it as like the flip flop, right? Things that are down come up, and things that were up come down. This card also says to me that it's a card of luck. It's a card of being guided, right? Um, I don't know. Not a lot of readers read it like that, but it feels like this card is a divine guidance when everything goes up. Oh my God, Larry, that's exactly what we just said. When things go up, when they're down, and the things that are up go down, but it's divinely guided. For exactly, it fits what Larry was just saying is that the things that are going to happen in November, because intuitively I feel that November is going to be very fiery, very charged. A lot of emotional things are going to be coming online. A lot of like different things are going to be shown to the public, things that don't make sense. And it's pretty much a choice point of whether or not you're going to go within and listen to your intuition, or if you're just going to believe what people are telling you, right? But getting back to this card is like those things are divinely guided. And for exactly what Larry was saying was that it is for the awakening of the collective. It is for the expansion of consciousness, because unfortunately, as humanity has done in the past, we don't generally expand our vibration or expand our awareness until we're made to, right? Until we're like smushed down, until we go for a ride. So that's the Wheel of Fortune to me. Now, the Six of Swords. Let's see. This one's a little bit difficult. This one is the one that we have right now. Somebody has a double echo. Can you guys mute? I'm just gonna mute everyone. Okay, we'll see if that works. So the Six of Swords is like a journey card for me, right? So it's like we're on a journey. We're on a journey to see where we're gonna go. The future is not ever static. We all have choices as to where we want to go. And this card to me says that this is exactly what's going on in our collective right now. If you see, all his swords are put. Now, the swords can represent like thought, or it could represent like conflict. But he's also on the water. Oh my God. Yeah, he's also on the water. So he's like navigating and going on a journey through his emotions and trying to navigate his emotions while putting his mental thoughts. So people are actually not listening to the agenda, not listening to the programs, not listening to what they're being told. So for me, and he's moving away from the moon, and the moon to me is like illusion, right? So this is good. This is where we're at. And that's what I've been feeling lately is that people, there is a movement of people coming into their center, of people needing to look within for their truth. Because how can you not, right? Like there's so many things that were shown in the public, in our world, and that you just can't believe, right?
Yeah.
They don't make any sense.
Yeah,
Um, did
yeah,
you
the
want?
six. Yeah, the six also, Marsh, is there's also one side of the boat where it's really rough, and then the other side's really smooth. So it's like there can be two people there, and one's already embodied higher states of consciousness, so they're in their center, exactly what you were just saying, and then the other person that could be right beside them could be very emotionally volatile inside and going through a process of still hanging on to the old ways of thinking and being. So yeah, the six is pretty powerful. I got that one too.
Yeah,
And that
I
yeah,
like
makes
the
so much sense in the now. Larry, what were you going to say?
yeah. I say, yeah, I was agreeing with Jerry. Yeah, that six is very, very good because you're moving out of troubled waters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like your boat better.
Yeah, we have different sixes, but I think it's just generally the same theme. Show me your six.
I have the original white wider deck there. So, but it's,
Awesome.
yeah, but it's, yeah, and again, the swords is also represents intellectual
Yeah.
capacity, and also the water is the emotional, and that's exactly what I was getting with the King of Cups and the King of Swords too. So there's going to be some emotional times, and it's going to take some high. What's the word I'm looking for, in well, not just intuitiveness, but it's going to take some intellectual processing during this time. But the advice, of course, can't go wrong. The Empress, be out in nature.
Oh my God, you got the Empress. Amazing.
Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, I mean, with both me and Jerry getting swords and water, like what that is saying is that there's going to be a lot of like different thoughts, and this is what just what I'm getting, right? Like people are going to have to navigate their belief systems, and it's going to bring up a lot of emotions, or people are going to have to navigate their belief systems, and the emotions can help you do that. So the emotions can be your guides to do that, right? So the near future, I'm just going to continue. You guys jump in if you have anything to add. Is the chariot. So for me, the near future is all these things that we're seeing, the energies of the cards are going to come in really quick and really strong um, to bring us into a new path. Now, for some reason, I am getting in my head right now, but don't be impulsive, right? So the fool is like a new path, a new journey, a new foot forward, but he's also really impulsive, right? Like because jumping before he looks. So I feel like that is also the advice for the collective is, and also the swords, right? So don't jump before you look. There's a lot of discernment that we're being called to do. The Knight of Cups, water, cups, swords. I think that's a theme today. Swords and cups. So the knight is just branching out into his kind of emotional knowing, his emotional intuition. I think that with all the codes coming in, I don't know if you guys have felt this, but I know my intuition has heightened, right? Have you guys felt this at all? Yeah, Barb, you have? Yeah, yeah.
So intuition would be another way of saying
Very, yeah.
your bullshit meter is working really well.
Discernment. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, 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 yeah,
So
yeah.
the fool for me, it doesn't usually talk to me in this way, but it's screaming discernment. There's some noise in the background. And then the clarifier is still noise. The
Oh,
clarifiers is the nine of wands. And
hey, Jan, you might have to mute yourself, dear.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
Sorry.
let me help you. There you go, love. And then you guys went missing. So the clarifier was the nine of wands. And for me, it's like that's the collective. Again, it's the collective being all beat up, but what's going to help us is the Ace of Cups. For some reason, discernment and emotions are coming up for me in this read.
And it's the year 9 too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like we're at
It's
the
an,
endings of that old.
and that's what this says to me is like just keep going, right? It's something about emotions. I'm interested to know what you guys come up. Something about emotions because I'm getting two different things about emotions. So I'm interested in what you guys kind of get intuitively about the emotions and the mental constructs. Anything?
Okay, I'll go if nobody else is going to go. I'll comment on that, Marcia. So essentially, it's understood that we're very connected with the Earth, as though us humans like to think that we have dominion over it. That the our emotional bodies, when they are, let's say, out of balance and just kind of flailing around, the Earth itself is also connected to that as well. So we can see more situations where the earth has to purge. So there's going to be some earthquakes, some a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because as we shift, so does the earth, or vice versa. So so that's what I'm getting through that. I hope that answered the question.
Yeah. What I feel is we need to stay grounded, and that follows really what Jerry said. Yeah, stay grounded, go inside. It enables you to use your discernment. You don't have to develop a lot of self-respect. You don't have to make instant decisions. You can just relax and weigh what is in front of you.
Don't react to what's going on, Madeline.
Be the empress.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
She's nice and strong and within herself, like assertive, and she knows who she is. She's connected. Be this, and you'll be okay.
I love that. I love that. I love that. So again, it's like there's going to be some things happening in November that's going to bring up some reason for you to discern what is being told to you, and also to kind of navigate your own belief systems according to what is being shown to you. That's going to bring up some reactions and some emotions, but don't react, stay grounded, just flow with the emotions,
Hey,
release those
yeah,
emotions.
isn't November is the 11th month, right?
Yeah,
So isn't
emotional.
yeah. But also could be unity too. So that's interesting. It's going to be an interesting month. I got a feeling. Huh.
Yeah. So I did pull cards on can spirit clarify the why the two strongest energies from that last read was the mental constructs and the emotions. And I got the 10 of swords. So the fight is over. This is us. This is the recent past. This is what people are feeling like. And then emotional cards came up again. That's exactly what we were saying. So use your emotions as a way through. The sun, we're absolutely where we're supposed to be right now. It might not feel comfortable, but it is necessary to move through this. The Eight of Pentacles, discern and don't react. And again, the Knight of Wands. So we're going to have to deal with some fire energy that's coming through, and we're going to have to be the Knight of Wands to kind of go through it. And it's going to take a lot of meditation, a lot of going within, but prepare for the conflict that's going to be the month of November. Does anybody have any specific things that are going to happen in the month of November? I didn't get any pentacles, so I don't think anything financial is going to come up. I got like a lot of wands, swords, and cups.
Yeah, that is interesting. And we didn't get any pentacles. That is interesting. I'm just doing a pull in the recommendation too.
Oh, Barb, you got to unmute yourself.
I got a pen.
I did get a pentacle. I got the queen.
Oh, you got the Queen of Pentacles. Wow.
Yes, I did.
And what did she say to you?
You know, I love this card because it's kind of in line with what everybody is saying. If you really look closely, she's moving out of the storm and the light is in front of her.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I hope everybody can see.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful cards, Barb.
Thank you. I don't use them very often. I'm more of an oracle person than tarot, but I do have a couple of decks. I don't know the meaning of the cards as well as you guys do, so I very visual. I look in the background.
That's great. Yeah, and we all read them somewhat similar, but we all got our own uniqueness to how we read them, right? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
You should pull some oracle cards, Barb.
Well, I actually don't have any right in front of me. Next time, I wasn't quite sure how all this went, so I'll know better.
Yeah. I think somebody else was wanting to share something that they had gotten. Yeah. Who was that?
I had pulled this card as the first card, and that's the Nine of Pentacle. And when you ask about Pentacle, it just feels as if Yes, this last, like that's a pentacle, like it represent money and the material to me. And it's as if, yes, it is there, it exists, but it's at the nine. So it's like we're all coming to the end of realizing that materialism is not what we should be focusing on in our life, in our earthly life. It's more the spirituality, the connection. So that's why I feel I pulled a nine, and I pulled it as the first card, as being like, that's where we're out at now, but we're heading towards becoming more like future the Queen of Rod, which is very strong and and again grounded, right? And so and the overcast of this whole read that I pulled is this one here. It's called the Temperance. And to me, it feels like this whole November, everything that will happen is ordained. It's meant to be, and it's perfect. And right below it, I got the Eight of Cup. Yes, there will be a lot of emotional upheaval, but you can see the girl is walking away from it. So if we can just um, come to par with how we feel, but also realize that it's not stay attached to it. Walk away from like feel the feeling, let it seep through you, understand where it's coming from, but then don't stay stuck in it. Walk away from it, because you want to become the empress that I showed before. The empress is more grounded, and she knows who she is. Oh, it's just weird. Yeah. So underneath the very first card, I had pulled the Nine of Swords. So lots of stuff that are going to be happening for sure. But it's all for a reason. Justice card is on the other side of it.
Oh, good. You got the Justice card.
Yes. So that's my full read. You got it.
Awesome. Yeah, it totally resonates to what I love, the fact that whenever we pull tarot together, it's like we get a very similar reading. You know, it's that kind of plays off with one another. It's really nice. And Jen and I were talking about this before we started taping, was that I was sharing with her how um life in Vancouver was so busy, and I was working like night shift, and my kids had lessons every day, and it's like I made my life like that, like totally unsustainable and completely convoluted and completely chaotic. And now it just like it did take a big huge tower moment for me to move away from that kind of like wanting, that kind of desire, that kind of thinking that that is what is needed in life for my children and myself. But after that very, very, like, I'm grateful for that tower moment. It didn't feel very good as I was going through it. But now things are different, right? Like exactly what Madeline, you were saying, is that we're moving away from all that materialism, because that's exactly what's happening. In my life is simple. It's simple, but I'm happy and I'm contented. What are you holding up? Oh, you're muted, babe.
Um, yes, I was just pulling the card that showed moving away.
Mhm. Moving away from it, moving away from thinking like what society tells you what your life is supposed to be. I lived in the city, right? Like neighbors would one up each other and all this like crazy stuff, and it's just it's not necessary. It actually causes a lot of like inner chaos, right? And then another thing you were saying, to move through the emotions. Does anybody have any suggestions to tell people how to actually do that in a sustainable, like concrete way? Can people share that, please? Come on, you guys. You all know this. You do this every day.
Well, that's usually something you want to avoid. No,
But even
no,
if something happens to you, how do you move past the emotions, right?
you
If
don't. You
something
don't
happens in
move
your
past
life,
it. You don't move past it. You
Exactly.
sit with it and you bring it into your heart and you bring it into your awareness, and you can ask questions and you can move through it with grace and ease and once you start to practice that modality, because it's it's not something you want to bury as emotions, because it will just get, it's like shaking up a 2 liter pop. It's going to get shaken and it's going to blow on you one day. So and usually you end up blowing up over something trivial because it's all the pent up emotions. So it's very important to not listen to our parents when they used to tell us that men don't cry, men don't feel emotions. Everybody feels emotions. My chicken friends feel emotions. It's part of being here on planet Earth is to play with emotions. Emotions is the gasoline for our creation. So if we're all have distorted views and pent up emotions, we're going to create a world such as what we're walking through right now without realization. So we have to honor our emotions and thank our emotions for helping show us the way, really.
Amazing. Thank you, Jerry. Anybody else have any tidbits for people?
Yeah, I think it's first of all, you recognize when you may be getting triggered or maybe getting affected by something, and just be aware of it, catch it, go into yourself, and just release it because it really doesn't belong to you.
Yeah. How do you release it, Larry?
I I just throw it back to the ether. I
Yeah.
just go like this, like this. I can throw it back. Totally goes away.
Awesome. 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 So it's like through intention. Larry uses his intention.
Yes, exactly.
Anybody else? Where did Jen go? Did she leave?
Well, I mean, you can definitely do TTT, right?
Yeah.
There's lots of modalities that we all have been taught to, that we can also help others. I don't know, it takes a little while to show, I guess, but you know what I mean.
Well, we can reference, and I will put the link below. Brad Johson, he was actually who was mentoring us. We've walked with him for many, many years, and he has created a free e-course on his website. So I will put the link below. It's free. It walks you through everything on how to the thinking behind the T3, why it's important to do each and every step. Um, and if you guys have a difficult time, if you have questions, of course you can reach out to him, but we are also able to help guide you through it. So I'll put the link below on one of the energetic healing modalities that you can do for yourself. So for me, whenever I get, it's so funny because whenever I get hit with emotions or anything kerfuffle happens, I used to want to swim in it. I'd used to roll around in the mud in it and I'd hold on to it for like days and days and days. But I never enjoyed holding on to it for days and days and days. So that was really weird. So the first step for me was to get that awareness that no, I don't want to hold on to it. Right. I want to let it go. And then it brought me to how do I do that? And again, like in my path, I've learned a few different methods, but one of the things that I think can be very simple for me to describe in a short period of time right now is bring up that situation in your mind, put all that situation in your mind, the people, the places, the things, the emotions, the everything that you can think of, bring it up in your mind. And then just direct an Om chant right into it until it softens and softens and softens, and keep chanting Om. Om is the power of creation. Om is the source energy. Om will neutralize everything that is out of balance and bring it back into harmony. It will bring everything that is in disharmony in back to spirit, back to the ether. If you don't believe me, because it seems really simple, try it, right? Just for shits and giggles, just experiment with it, right? Try it. Just Om chant. Om chant into it after you bring it up into your awareness. So that's one thing I use on a daily basis, Om chanting and just breathing it out and letting it flow through me and knowing that I don't want to hold on to it anymore. So yeah. Oh, Madeline has a
Madeline,
This
thanks,
card,
Marsh.
I was shuffling my card deck as Marcia described the technique, and the strength card came out when you talked about homing. So homing is truly a very strong way of releasing. I just wanted to say that.
It is so powerful. So powerful. And you know what? Like people have this mental construct. This is what the cards were telling us. We have to look at our mental constructs. We think that what is going to work needs to be complicated. It doesn't. It doesn't need to be complicated because this is us unshedding into who we actually are as our divine beings. Like we just haven't been taught how to do this. It is very, very simple. Just let the emotions flow through you because November will be a month of a lot of things happening that will bring up a lot of emotional charges. And what the basis of this people's readings were was just don't react, right? Discern and don't react. I think that's the messages for today. Hey, discern and don't react. What do you think?
Actually, yes, that's exactly what I'm reading on my tarot. I actually did a quick tarot pull on emotions, and the advice for the emotions, and wow, I tell you, um, right now it's complete. There's complete success if we can balance ourselves, we will create the world we want. So it's this is moving forward. So we will create a better world if we're more balanced. Absolutely. But it takes recognition. Like you have to be able to recognize where you're out of balance because in the past, yes, we have been, well, I don't want to give away our Halloween video, but we have been, our brains have basically been trained to think in a way that's out of balance against natural law. So if we can do that, we will have success and we will create a bridge with each other's hearts. Otherwise, it's going to create a lot of problems moving forward if you're not balanced. So, yeah, Marcia, it's spot on. This is our wish, is to have a world where we're all maybe not, we all don't agree on everything, but we all, see each other as being a part of the one, part of the whole. So we need to recognize that we're not separate, that we are, so there's lots of, that's beautiful. Yeah, the emotional aspect is crucial.
I pulled three cards on emotions too, Jerry and Marcia. And the first one was the Four of Sword. And the Four of Sword to me represent being stuck in our belief system and not being able to see past them. And that's what gets us in trouble when we have those emotions, our desire, all those things that are set in our mind that we must have or must do, all those. That's why we're getting all triggered. And the present is if we could just look, oh, I froze. What happened? There we go. The present is as if we could just look at our emotion like a child. There's a child holding a cup, and as if it's the very first time you ever feel whatever you feel, and just discover it for what it is, and don't attach any things to it, any past experience to it. And then what will that lead is the future, which is this person is very creative. You're going to be able to master your emotions and funnel that energy into being a creative being.
Beautiful read, Madeline. Love that. Marcia, did you get anything?
Yeah, I picked up something on the emotions, and I got the Queen of Cups, and she is drinking from the cup of life, and her emotions are very strong, but she uses her intuition instead of her intellect.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Awesome,
Yes.
Larry.
That is another thing that all our readings were saying to us was use your emotions. You can use your emotions as a way through, right?
Yeah, it's about
Madeline.
honoring our emotions, not avoiding them.
Because what are they? They're just signposts of what's going on within us, right? Like, is there anger? Why is there anger? So we just shared a way to deal with the emotions that come up on a daily basis. But what Madeline was sharing kind of makes it necessary to go back into like childhood traumas and stuff like that, right? And the T3 will absolutely work with that. It's just a lot to explain, and that's why a lot of us are hesitant in explaining it. That is the trauma transcendence technique. So scroll down in his website until you see that what Madeline is holding up right now. There is also a book. She has a book, but start with the e-course, right? Because what it walks you through is going back to your childhood. And what Madeline was sharing about your cards, be the child. So what was coming through as you were speaking, Barb is nodding. What is coming through as you were speaking was go back into your childhood, and everyone is different. We all had different parents, we all had different situations, but there was a message in there where you were told not to use your emotions in the divine way, that we were supposed to use our emotions as a divine fractal of God, right? The emotions for me is a signpost of where I need to go, where I need to go back to sift through my childhood, sift through my life, find that first situation that had punctured my energy body, my soul, and then use the techniques to release it. And one of the major techniques, and it really does work 100%. I've done it. All of us have done it. We're all testaments to the fact that it works, is the T3, right? And again, I'll put the link below. So I highly recommend that 100%. So be the child, right? And then you also said creation. So we were told to not feel. We were also told to not daydream. And what is the power of daydreaming? Daydreaming is the power of manifestation. We are told not to manifest as children, right? I was told I was always a daydreamer. Marsha doesn't listen. She's always looking out the window because I knew how to manifest when I was a kid. That's why.
Awesome. Madeline's loving her card there.
So I don't know what you're doing. You're going in and out. You're disappearing. You're doing magic.
Having so much fun with this, pretending
Yeah,
I'm the card.
yeah, that is cool. Um, yeah, I mean, there's more I wanted to say, but I think I'm gonna create a natural law video for us, or some
Beautiful. Yeah.
thoughts behind it. Yeah, I'm doing some research right now, so maybe once we're done here, we'll talk a little bit more about that. Because I'm going to make some notes and stuff, and then I'm going to do a presentation on the importance of natural law. And
I loved your Satanist presentation. So keep them coming. It was amazing. It was really good, Jerry. Like really good.
I would almost like to have a redo on that. I think I could have done better, but I think yeah, okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make sure that this natural law one is a little. I don't know. It's weird because I don't usually get fussy about things, but I'm finding myself getting a little bit fussy. So I must have some Virgo energy in me somewhere.
Love
Jeez, I
those
tell you.
Virgos. I love those Virgos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a lot of magic happens when we just flow with the energies that are coming through and we're not scripted. That's what I love about us, is that we are real and authentic. Does Larry or Barb have anything to add for the month of November?
Well, just taking off from the mention of go back to your childhood. We
No.
we are always, of course, still have the inner child within us, and we do need to let it come out, because it comes out without thinking too much, and it comes out with joy. And that, as a childs will do things because they haven't been constrained in their life. So
Yeah.
find your inner child.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah. And
Hallelujah.
hug her or him. Give your inner child the love and what you think the inner child was lacking in your childhood. You're able to connect with her or him and give that to her or him. I have done it 100%. And she is actually one of my guides. She's always here with me, right? So it's that form of integration of all yourselves, you know. There's lots of different. Barb, did you have anything to
I
add for
was just going
November?
to say that's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah.
I got King of Wands. And I just was really drawn to the fire energy with what we're talking about transmuting, transmuting our emotions, and not to get trapped, release that. And then inner child with the beautiful butterfly.
Oh my gosh. You can't make this stuff up, honestly. Right? It's amazing. There was one thing I also wanted to say and I just lost it, so I guess I wasn't meant to say it. But yeah, I guess closing statements, buckle up, discern, and use your emotions. Don't get them to get stuck. We use them as flashlights, see what's going on, and do the release. Just the Om chant into it, and just know that you don't have to hold on to anything, right? Yeah. Anything else? Any closing statements for the month of November, guys? Madeline, Sunny, Jerry?
No, that was good. That was good. Just stay in neutrality. Don't get sucked into losing your center. Always come back to your center in the present.
Yeah.
And treat your emotion like magic, like a child would.
Oh, I love it. One thing, okay, so yesterday in the meditation, there was dolphins, right? And at the end of the meditation, I said I was riding on the dolphins, but I wasn't. I was riding on the dragon. And the dragon was, in my meditation, was dipping me down into the water where the dolphins would jump, right? And then the whale was underneath, like singing. So that to me was a reminder of the joy and the happiness and the ability to experience life in all its goodness in a very childlike way of wonder, right? And so, yeah, that came through yesterday. And when you were talking about joy, that I wanted to just add that. So, yeah, joy
And it
is
came again. Being
Larry.
in joy with the hummingbird and drinking the nectar of life.
Can't make this
Joy.
stuff up.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and with the dragons, of course, the month is, as Marsha was going up and down, the month is going to be an up and down month, and you can look at it from a witness standpoint and also enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why we're here, is to enjoy the ups and downs, the dark, the light, the everything. It makes the whole. They're all here for a reason. Right. So with that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on this really fun kind of roundtable tarot read on the month of November. If you liked what you saw, please like, share, subscribe, comment. There's different ways. All our links are below on ways to contact us. We would love to have you here. We just made a new friend, Barb. So if you guys, we love that you're here, Barb. If you want to join us in the morning, just reach out to us. I don't know what's happening with Facebook or whatnot, but like just try to figure out a way to contact us. You cannot contact me through Facebook. The Facebook message stops it, but we do have an email in the links below. So I would suggest to use that. We're having an upcoming event. I did put it on Facebook. The link is on there if you want to come to the November 2nd anchoring of the activation we did yesterday, where we are going to intensify the energy of love within us for each other. We're going to walk away from the past, what we have gone through, the matriarchy, the patriarchy, the resentments. We're going to make a vow to fall in love with Mother Earth, to each other and to our partners, and to intensify that heart chakra. So yeah, it's really exciting. If you want to come, it is on Facebook, Source Energy Collective, and there is a join thing, but also send me an email just in case. So thanks a lot. We'll catch you later.